Hello, and welcome to episode 42 of my blind Let's Play of The Witness. We are in the post-endgame area. And, I beat the game, and then I stepped away for a couple of weeks to de-puzzleify my brain, because this game, while being excellent, is pretty hard, and I'm not the most puzzly guy in the world. But yeah, I am back after a couple weeks of playing some other stuff and not thinking about these puzzles. And through, I'll just briefly explain this. I don't know, I've explained this a bunch of times on my channel, but it always bears repeating. I don't like spoilers for games. I don't like hand-holding. I never play through a game with a guide at my side since I was a teenager. I just prefer to figure things out on my own and discover things for myself. Having said that, I do really enjoy the experience of playing through a game with friends and, kind of figuring things out together. So in that spirit, I have allowed, a few hints here and there from people in the comment section who are just, enjoying me, watching me play the game and don't want to see me suffer or struggle too badly. So I would say 95% of everything I've figured out in this game on my own, and then a few things I've been hinted at, including how to get to this post-endgame area. So there's a minute and a half of me ranting, and let me get back to these puzzles. But I had to end, for anybody watching all the episodes, I had to end that last episode prematurely because I got a phone call from a wonderful lady named Sally at the Ministry of Labour of Ontario, who is on the case working to get me back pay that I'm owed from a former employer. So that's why I ended the episode abruptly. I was very glad to hear from Sally, and it sounds like things are going fairly well in my case there. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of extra money coming my way fairly soon, if if the justice system decides that I deserve that money, which of course I do. But I digress. Let's puzzle away. We've got 2 orange stars here. And then I need to also separate all the white from the black. So those 2 orange stars, as long as I don't separate them from each other, they are totally good to go. So in a way, this looks kind of easy, except I just need to, like that. Like this. This is totally a solution, right? Yeah. Okay. So boom. I've completed those 4, so I've completed that section. I completed every single puzzle down in that section. And now it looks like the only area left is over here. And hopefully and then this continues. So, so we got plenty left to go. Let's just start on these. And these puzzles are so fucking tricky because it's not, I love how this game does this, by the way. There are some puzzles that, the game basically trains you initially to think that, wow, that's a loud noise there. That makes that reverberation is really loud. That's really cool. This game has amazing sound design. These puzzles make you think, or puzzles initially make you think that the puzzle is entirely located on the little game boards with the lines and stuff, but then eventually the game starts incorporating the actual world into the puzzles, which is just so cool. So this is certainly one of them where I can't get past the wooden pillar in the middle there, so I need to position myself correctly around this puzzle in order to make it doable. So there are 4 endpoints, right? I would say. Looks like these are all similar versions of the same thing. Okay, so 4 lines that I need to incorporate while surrounding all those blocks. How am I going to pick an angle where I can surround all of those blocks? I guess in a sense... Oh, man, what a... I feel like I want to make 3 of them clearly accessible and then one of them just screw it. But, I could still include that. Because, okay, how many squares have I got here in the puzzle? 12, 12. Like this one in the middle doesn't count for anything. So it's 5 by 5 minus 1. So that's 24. But the 4 Tetris pieces of 3 each are going to account for 12 spaces. So I could possibly include this by just kind of cutting this arena in half somehow. So let's say I did 3, 3, but then I still have to include these other 4 spaces. But let's just say 3 and 3, 3. That doesn't work. Unless this counts as part of the... Oh, this probably does count as part of the puzzle. So I could probably have a 3 piece that went across here. So say I did 3, 3, 3. So let's say... And then do the other 3 like that. Whoops. Is this one of those puzzles that's going to have multiple solutions too? I mean, maybe, but I'm not going to worry about that right yet. I'm just going to try and do all these successfully. Okay, so a little bit different here. We've got to separate the whites from the blacks while completing the 2 Tetris pieces. So this looks like it would be smarter to do from a position like this. I don't know if that's totally true, but like I could do something like this, just isolate that piece off. Now I just need to isolate the other white piece off. Yeah, what if I did like this? And then like that. That looks like a solution, right? Huh? Wait, what? I got that 3. Oh, whoops. Gotta stand in the right spot. I got that 3. I isolated that white piece off. Oh, I see. I thought I cut that white piece off, but I didn't because I left it with that other black piece. Okay, that's no good. Okay, what if I... No, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's try it like this. Oops. Yeah, how am I gonna isolate that white piece off? Huh. I could do that, and then... But then... Hold on. What if I do this? Isolate that one off. But then... What I want to do is come back in here. Now that one's isolated off, but now how do I make that one piece do what it needs to do? If I do it from this side, does it make a big difference? I certainly can't grab that 3 piece in the same way. I could do something like this. But now I'm not going to be able to... Hold on, I would need to get this first. And then... Maybe like that. And then... Oops. And then this. Okay, I think this works. Okay, I like that sound. This one, all I have to do is separate the white from the black. How hard could it be? Am I right or am I right? Well, that looks like a good start. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. But if I can't see the other white pieces, how the hell am I going to separate them? What about from this way? I can totally separate those black ones off, no problemo. But now the other blacks are trapped with the whites. What if that? But now I'm stuck. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, one more. We can move on to the next part. Man, life is so interesting. I'm just like, right now I'm at my mom's house. She's like selling her house soon, so I've just been helping her do a little bit of stuff. And also just spending time here. One, it's fun to spend time with my mom, but then also, like, my mom's selling this house, and, like, I was in this house from when we moved here in 1997, which was the summer before grade 7 for me. So I've spent a lot of time at this house and in this neighborhood. And once she sells it, that will never be here again. So I've been spending time here. But then I'm just not really sure what I'm doing next. Like, my future's up in the air. And I often do this to myself. I'll leave my future up in the air because I'm just kind of a wanderer. You know, it's like this game. You know, you're not always meant to have like a really blatant like guidepost telling you where to go. Sometimes you just got to kind of wander and figure it out. And that's one of the reasons I like games like this, is because that's how I live my life. You know, for another game that's not that similar to this one, but a game that embodies the principle of just kind of, you know, putting one foot in front of the other until you figure it out. There's a little indie game called The Way that's really good. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with my life. But then, like, so, you know, every time I wind up in a position where it's like, I kind of got to figure out something soon, it's really tense and stressful, but then something always comes up. So it's like this lady calling me about this money that I may potentially be getting soon is just like, it's just like a sign that I'm on the right path, you know? It's like a sign. It's like wandering around in this game and then finally finding some little puzzle that propels you into some new understanding, and you're like, man, I thought I was wandering aimlessly, but now it turns out that there is indeed still a path in front of me. Okay. So I've got the blacks and the whites and then the Tetris piece. So I could do a similar thing over here where I could just do this and then come back and do this. This is not that bad, actually. Whoops. Assuming this is a solution. Yeah, okay. Did anything new happen out here? So that's like 3 different sections of puzzles that I've completed so far. Obviously, there's more to this. It's just interesting that nothing's really happening when I complete any of these. Maybe it's all just for fun. Should really be on the lookout for more of those little voice recorders and stuff. And just other random puzzles lying around that might not be obvious. And the big sparkle patterns. Okay, I have a branch. 3 different paths. Let's try the middle one first. Seemingly nothing, but is there a dot here that I could start a pattern on? Like, this looks like it could be part of one, but I don't see any dot that it's connected to. There's the water reflecting. Okay, so that seemingly is nothing. Alright, let's go this way then. Okay, this leads to a bunch more stuff. So maybe this way is actually the shorter path. Oh, excuse me. What was that? Just big reverberations. Okay. All right, we have 2 different sections up here. All right, cool. Okay. Pac-Man puzzle. Collect all the dots, baby. Let's go. Love it. Okay. Huh. Huh. Okay. Love it. Okay. Nope. Ha! Well, that ain't it, is it? Well, that totally is it. Wow. Okay. Oh. Huh. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Just making sure I understand every puzzle type in the game, probably, as I get through this area. I see, I see. Okay. All right. That's you. Let's do the shorter set first. Is this simultaneous? Oh! I like the symmetrical ones for some reason. Wow, if there are dots in there, they are really, really hard for me to see. Let's let them blink. I see. Wow, those are friggin' hard for me to see. Oh, they're invisible, it looks like. Okay, and then just those 2 on the outside. Hold on. I gotta look at that again. This corner and that corner. Okay, so... Okay. Okay. Simple. That was a simple one. Oh, shucks. Well, shucks. Okay. Missed 2. Huh. Okay, I see, I see, I see, I see. Come on, go down. Okay. All right, wow, we got a... Wow, 1, 2, 8 of them. Holy moly. Let's go. All right, go ahead and tell me where those spots are. Those are other ones? Okay. Cheeky bugger. Go ahead. I'm assuming it's that diagonal? Yeah. Okay. All right. And what else? see. Wait, is that gonna do it? Oops. Hold on. Okay, so I need to travel that. And then I see. Okay, so boom. Oh, those two are weird there. Hold on. Okay. God, these are getting harder. Okay. And then which ones are along that other outer wall? None. Not bad. 3 by 6. Whoa. This pattern right here reminds me of the spider boss at the end of the first Wily level in Mega Man X. Shout out to whoever gets that reference. Okay, so there were some on the down right corner path. Yeah, there's just one here. Were there any on the upper left path? Can't remember now. Yeah, right at the top. So this one looks like it can essentially be solved like this. Yep. Cool. Oh, and then this... I have to take a slightly different pattern. Also kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong, I guess. Just wondering which path the barrel is going to come down. Okay. Any in the bottom right path? Yes, right here. So there's there. There, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So... 3, 4, 5, plus the one on the bottom right. Okay, so hey, all right. Okay, cool. So what is this like? This is the area that they were using. Like, they were building this place and they were using this area as practice. They were like, okay, we'll make a little section for each type of puzzle, and it'll kind of let us practice all the different puzzle types before we actually build this whole island with these puzzles or something. I don't know. Okay, this is just one extra complex pillar puzzle. Nice, water jiggling physics there. That's cool looking. Oh! Yeah, I see you. I don't think this is going to be the spot where I solve this from, but... it just doesn't seem like I can get a good enough angle on the whole thing from here. Okay, so there's that, and then there's... a whole bunch more stuff over here. Oh, we have another elevator. And then we got a door. And then I'm... okay, and then another... wow. But then I'm too close to this puzzle to solve it from over here. I mean, there could be all kinds of places that I could potentially see this from. Let's try and go way backwards. And see if I can see that from somewhere else now that I've noticed it. Like here, maybe. Nope. No, the shape does not even appear from over here. Let's go back down. If I can find my way. There we go. Bum, ba, ba, ba. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all extremely well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments section below, if you feel like it. I genuinely care because I gotta live in the same world with everybody, you know? So it's in my own vested interest to have everyone doing well. On top of the fact that I do indeed have, you know, some level of empathy. And when other people are suffering, I suffer too. You know, I don't like seeing people suffering or feeling them suffering or knowing that they're suffering. And when other people are feeling good, that's contagious too. That makes me feel good. Okay, so I can't seem to get at this from down here. The only place that seemed even remotely close, or the only place that gave me that sound letting me know that I was close to clicking on the right spot, was up by that pillar puzzle. I mean, maybe when I solve the pillar puzzle, something will move. I don't know. I don't even know where I was when I got that sound. Here. It'd be cool if I could even just get it started. I think that would be a hint that perhaps I'm kind of near where I need to be. Oh! Out around here. Oh. I love the... Oh, it's the sun! Dude! That's the sun, isn't it? I fucking knew it. I'm pretty sure that's the sun and not just a cloud. I fucking knew it. God damn. Let's go. That was a long time coming that I was waiting for that sun puzzle. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so now that I've pretty much determined what needs to happen. Wow, only one starting spot, right? So, the ones with two need to be passed on two sides. Which, there. That's kind of the easy way of doing that. These only want to be touched on one side. Which, how am I going to do that? One of these is going to wind up touched on more than one side. That's not good. Like this one to the right of me now is being touched on two sides. That's no good. Aside from that, this puzzle is seemingly quite solvable. That was a failure, right? Yeah. So how am I going to get past that middle row of single triangles without touching it twice? Let's go this way. It's got to be something that I have not yet thought of, like... Like, do that, come over to, come down. Wait, no, because I can't come past it like that. I would have to come down again. Oh man, this one might be a little bit more complicated than I thought. Let's try this. Come down to... What? Dude, this one's complicated. Holy shit. Because I can't think of any way to do these middle triangles without doing it like I just did it, splitting them into two. But then that makes it really like I'm gonna have to do some really complex pattern to get all the like double triangles correct. Like, let's say I did this and then this. Now I have to come over two. Even like that, though. Okay, let's try it like that. And then over two. And then what have I got over here? But then this one's impossible to complete now. What the heck? What if I did the whole bottom loop here and then came up? But then I would still have to come back over this way to get this one. Holy shit, this puzzle seems hard. Okay, what about like this? But then I have no way. Like, there's got to be some relatively simple pattern that satisfies all these fucking conditions. Like, maybe something like this. But then I can't come back this way to finish that one off. Without, now I have too many around this one. Yeah, this is the kind of puzzle that I would want to like draw out on a piece of paper in order to be able to see and understand it better. Holy moly. Like these, the single triangles, I have to come up and then come back 2 columns later and just do it like that. Now all the single triangles are satisfied, but very few of the, or like the double ones are. Yes, I failed. I failed indeed. Wow, this looks like a complex frickin' puzzle. And it has to just be on a column. Where I can't sit and visually analyze it. It's 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. If I come up like this, see, in order to satisfy the middle single triangles, I have to leave room for myself above and below. Like, I can't just complete these bottom rows and then come up and then come back down and not have room to get at least one row past the singles. So, okay, like that works so far. No, it doesn't, because I have to go 2 over. So how... Damn it. So there, that's that. Now let's go 2 over. Now I have to make my way back to here. So now the double on the bottom right works, but then the double on the bottom left's now not going to work. Because it's going to have 3 around it, which is not acceptable. Like, okay, what if I just do this? And then come up here. 2, come down. But yeah, I can't complete this one here. So that makes me want to try and do some kind of zigzag pattern in here. But now, do I have the room? No, I don't. No, I'm afraid not. Got the room there, but not enough room. Oh yeah, now I can't complete this one, so that's not a possible way to start it. Oh my god. Come up. I mean, if I can figure out the bottom row and the middle row together, but the top one doesn't work yet, I'll figure out the top one after. I just need to figure out a principle to get through the bottom and the middle both at the same time. Like that, up, over. But then how do I complete that? I don't, so then that makes me want to try this. Then as soon as I do that, as soon as I come up from this second bottom row without having made a line on this, I've doomed that one. I have no way of getting two lines alongside that one now. I guess, hold on, I guess in a sense I could come up like this and then over to, no, I could go over one and then I could just complete those like that and then come up this way and then do the rest. Okay, oh, fuck off. So let's find some way to complete this bottom part. Like, I'll try the way I was doing it initially. Okay. And then I come up. I go over. I don't think I would want to come up and over the double yet. Okay, stop moving. And then I come, and then I do this. And then I come back here. And then I think I want to come up like this, over to, down. No, that doesn't work. Shoot. I feel like I'm close. Like, what? Okay, what if I did this? And then that's two, and then this one needs a second one. And then that has a second one, and then this one needs a second one, and that one has two. Oh my god, I did it! Did that just happen? Wow, that's the first thing that actually opened up something else in this place, as far as I can tell. Well, holy smokes! That's exciting. Okay, we've got 4 green cubes and 3 green stars. So 2 of these stars will pair off together. 1 will pair off with a cube, which it will eliminate, and then the other 3 cubes will have to be represented on here. And then 2 of the stars will have to be eliminated. So let's say I did it like that. And then like that. I think that does it, actually. Oh my god. Man. You know, 99 out of 100 puzzles takes me, you know, a medium to large amount of time to finish. But some of them I just get right away. And that just makes me feel so smart. And I think that's like a testament to good and interesting and diverse puzzle design, that they're all like, they all use different parts of your thinking. They all use different types of logic. So naturally, some I'm gonna just like not get even after staring at it for an hour. And then some are just perfectly suited to my brain's way of thinking, and I just get it right away. That's amazing. Oh, that room looks super cool. Really, really good use of lighting and shadow there, and architecture. Wow. This room looks really cool. Is that a reflection? Or a hole? Yeah, it's a reflection. Got water. We've got some kind of ancient irrigation system. That looks like something pretty important in there. Okay. Oh, hello. I see. And then what's over here? Whoa! No way. What is this? I feel like I'm in an Egyptian pyramid. Holy crap, man. Imagine thinking you're done this game and then you find this. It's like, wow. There's a lot left to go in this game. That is amazing. Okay, let's try these. Are these locked? Like I can't start them? Are these puzzles the same as the ones that were out on this other door? Or above it, rather? Looks like it. Are these supposed to be hints for this room? But then again, there's no puzzles to solve in this room. This room obviously is shaped like it's involved in a puzzle, but... Why are you not tryable? I don't know. Let's go out here again. Are there any puzzles out here that I can do? It's a really nice looking room. Cool sounding too. Are we gonna get sound puzzles in here? I can hear something coming out of that speaker. Holy moly. Complex little bit of terrain to navigate here. Oh, I see. I see. That tunnel connects with this. Then you can go down there, or you can come up here. Got sounds coming out of places. Also lights shining onto things. Maybe I just can't do this stuff yet? What's down here? Is this the beginning of it all? Can I actually try this puzzle? No. Maybe I have to power this all up before I can even start it. Where am I? What is that? Okay, these are there again. Okay. Little record player. Alright. Nice particle effects there. Okay, those are just lights. They look kind of like the little... Those. Look like those.
I cannot understand why we idle discussing religion. If we are honest, and scientists have to be, we must admit that religion is a jumble of false assertions with no basis in reality.
Really?
The very idea of God is a product of the human imagination. It is quite understandable why primitive people, who are so much more exposed to the overpowering forces of nature than we are today, should have personified these forces in fear and trembling. But nowadays, when we understand so many natural processes, we have no need for such solutions. I can't, for the life of me, see how the postulate of an almighty God helps us in any way. What I do see is that this assumption leads to such unproductive questions as to why God allows so much misery and injustice, the exploitation of the poor by the rich, and all the other horrors he might have prevented. If religion is still being taught, it is by no means because its ideas still convince us, but simply because some of us want to keep the lower classes quiet. Quiet people are much easier to govern than clamorous and dissatisfied ones. They are also much easier to exploit. Religion is a kind of opium that allows a nation to lull itself into wishful dreams and so forget the injustices that are being perpetrated against the people. Paul Dirac, 1927, as related by Werner Heisenberg.
Werner Heisenberg.
You see what I'm saying here?
Okay, he's continuing.
Yep. This one doesn't fit either.
How would you characterize the way in which it doesn't fit?
Well, it's about arguing. And it's about being greatly disturbed by issues that are relatively small. It's not aiming high, and it's not about ultimate truth, not really. It's mostly about what some stupid people are doing that is wrong compared to what I am doing that is right.
But Portarak was definitely a truth seeker, in the domain of physics at least.
Yeah, but I don't feel that attitude in this piece at all. If a belief is just formed in opposition to other beliefs, it can't be fundamental. It can't be that deep. But, you know, where he says the thing about natural processes, he starts to outline an actual philosophy.
Interesting. There's something that could stand on its own, that isn't just rejection and opposition. But then he drops it. Well, this isn't the Atheist Manifesto we need. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
You know, at one point Dirac also wrote this. One could perhaps describe the situation by saying that God is a mathematician of a very high order, and he used very advanced mathematics in constructing the universe. I think he meant God in an Einstein kind of way.
He said that? Same guy.
Same guy. Later in life, though. And people are strange. Scientists are stranger.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm glad that those people kind of said some of what I was thinking, because the statement about now that we have science, we don't need God as like a logical piece to fit in the puzzle of life. It's like, is that true though? Like, that seems logically well, it just seems like a quick conclusion to jump to. It's like, okay, some of the forces that we attributed to God and thought to be, incomprehensible, now we're starting to comprehend some of them. That could mean that there's no God doing it all, and it's just a bunch of random forces that, we have the capability of observing and replicating if we wish. But it also could just mean that there is still a God, but it just happens to have made a creation that we're able to observe and replicate if we wish. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to weigh in on one side or the other, but I don't like it when people jump to conclusions in either direction, regardless of what's being debated. Unless there's a damn good reason to jump to a specific conclusion. That made me think of this comment that Josh left. Josh Payne, which has been like my number one commenter out of all the many amazing and excellent people who I greatly appreciate, who have been commenting on this Let's Play series. Josh was talking about how, like, he's Christian. I think that was like commenting. I think he was saying that because I had like made some kind of like religious commentary. But anyway, for anybody who's been watching this whole thing and has kind of listened to these ongoing discussions and read the comment section, there's a long comment that Josh left a couple weeks ago on episode 36 that I'm going to I'm just going to read it here because I thought it was a good and thoughtful comment, and it relates a little bit to what we just heard there. So Josh says, I find church history to be super interesting, especially the history of theological ideas and the history of biblical interpretation. For sure there have been some dark chapters, but there's a lot of light too. If one wanted to analyze the impact Christianity has had, it would be important to acknowledge both. For example, on the topic of science and Christianity, a lot of people jump to things like irrationalism of modern creationists, which he put in quotes, or the persecution of Galileo to paint a picture of science and Christianity being at odds, which is fair. And, that's kind of like the basis that a lot of modern atheists stand on, is like how irrational various religious movements, including Christianity, have been over the years, to the point of like, committing atrocities, as we all know. But Josh continues, but there have been so very many significant people in the history of science who were quietly Christian and didn't see any conflict. Actually, Judeo-Christian belief had a large role to play in the development of scientific inquiry. If your worldview says that reality is an illusion, you'll have no reason to think that the scientific process will be successful in leading you to the truth. But if your worldview says the world was created by a personal, rational God, then you would expect reality to be consistent and to make sense, and you might even think that humanity was meant to be able to understand it, in which case it makes sense to follow the scientific process to learn about the world. And I think that's a good point. I think, like, I basically, in short, and I'll wrap up this thought here and get on with the game. I think Josh is right in that as much as, like, religion has been used to, like, clamp down on people, and, you know, like back when the Catholic Church, like, was ruling over Europe with an iron fist, like, you weren't even allowed to learn how to read Latin and go read the Bible and figure out what it was saying for yourself. You had to go get it through a high priest, which obviously was evil and wrong. But then, at the same time, it was, like, a lot of religious people who, you know, were at the center of the Renaissance. Like, all of the... And I know this has to do partially with, you know, during the Renaissance, it was still kind of the Catholic Church that was giving out the contracts for artwork. So it would contract these people like Leonardo and Michelangelo, and all these interesting Renaissance artists. It would commission them to do religious works. But, like, these people were legitimately interested in these religious works on their own. Like, I read a book on Michelangelo called The Agony and the Ecstasy, and he was very much interested in God and in all these religious works he was doing. He was coming at it from a different perspective than probably the Catholic Church would have wanted him to. But yeah, anyway, that I just thought that was a good comment to read while, you know, we were in the context of having just heard that recording there. So yeah, so I am ready to turn this thing on and probably start this series of puzzles. Having said that, we are at the end of this episode, so I will make this the end of episode 42 of my blind Let's Play of The Witness. Thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It all super helps my channel. Let me know if you have any thoughts on me, the game, the philosophical themes presented throughout, or any of the other stuff that me or any of the other commenters have been discussing. And that's it. I will see. Okay, so 40, 41, 42. Here I am playing this complex puzzle game, and sometimes I can't do the complex puzzle of what episode is coming next. Yeah, it's 40. I've done 3 episodes, so it's 43 next. All right. Thanks very much. Hope you're enjoying this. I will see you in episode 43, and we will continue to explore closer and closer to the heart of the mysteries of Witness Island. Thanks. See ya.